a day, whatever time you're watching. My name is John Anderson, and thanks for joining us. I'm on this call on behalf of the Monona art community, but whatever brings you to us, we're glad you're here with us. I'm joined today by Marilyn Ruffin, who is the Vice President of Family and Community Initiatives at One City Schools. We recently met, and let me just read, you know this, but for our viewers, let me read your job description based on the website. So your job is to you're responsible for school admissions, registration, developing partnerships that open doors to awesome opportunities for One City's families and children. Love that. And with leading One City's community outreach and engagement efforts. Whew. Uh, Marilyn, do you ever sleep?
Oh, just stop in between the naps. I do. Try to.
Well, thank you. Thank you so much for joining us and for taking time to be on this call and just telling us a little bit more about One City Schools. And with that, let me just jump right in. I think many of our viewers don't really know much of the history or the mission vision. So just tell us a little bit of the genesis story of One City Schools.
Yes. So One City was founded in 2014 to seed a new model of public education that ensures young children are on track and succeed in college or career preparatory program from birth all the way through graduation, high school graduation. So our schools have been purposely designed to ensure that our young scholars are able to read and compute at grade level and overcome any of the learning difficulties. B, to successfully complete a rigorous and inspiring education program. And C, develop healthy and life-supporting habits of character. And finally, D, to complete significant credits, coursework, and field experiences towards earning college degrees, apprentices, and professional certifications before they graduate from high school. That's where we're coming from with One City Schools. So our whole mission, our whole focus is on eliminating the achievement and opportunity gaps in education among children at risk of school failure and helping all of our scholars achieve their full potential. So we also want to make sure that Wisconsin become the #1 state in the nation for cultivating knowledgeable, skillful, talented, and driven young people who are ready to be tomorrow's parents, leaders, teachers, and innovators.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Tell us a little bit about your student body. Like, who are you serving? What are your grade levels right now? I know there's some exciting things coming up, but who are you currently serving, and what grade levels are part of the school?
Yes. So right now we operate 2 schools into one. So we have a preschool ages 2K, 3K, and 4K, where 4K starts our charter school. And at the elementary school, our second location, we are 5K through 4th grade this year. We added 2 grades this school year. Last year we were K through 2. This year we're K through 4. And next school year, the 2022-2023, we're going to enroll 5K all the way up to 10th grade. So we are not playing around here. We're jumping all the way up through 10th grade. The following school year, 11th grade, and then 2025, 12th grade, and graduate. Our first class of One City Schools, July 2025, is our first 12th grade graduation year. Wow. All that now. So let's see, we're about 200 students in this elementary school. And by the time we finish, close to 1,000 students between now and the next couple of years. So yes, exciting times for here.
Wow, that's amazing. And you've recently moved into a second space. Can you just tell us a little bit about that story? How did that come to be?
Oh my goodness, here. So yes, so we're here in Monona, and the exciting part about it is we finally found our permanent home. We have been outgrowing our what's it like a third location for elementary, which is a great problem to have on here. And so Pleasant Roland donated $14 million to make sure that we have this awesome facility that's the old WPS campus here. And so now with that, this is about 157,000 square feet. And we have outdoor playing ground area, we have recreational space here. And so even so, we'll be building about 165,000 square foot athletic center that will be open to the community as well. So it's not just us, it makes us all one city. So with that donation from Pleasant Roland, we now call this area, this building, the Pleasant Roland Leadership Campus that will graduate our first class in 2025.
Wow, that's fantastic. And you've already kind of gotten into this, but I recently had a chance to walk through your new space and love what's coming together. And I know that there are just some really exciting hopes and dreams over the next 3 to 5 years, not only from expanding grade levels, but just tell us, whatever direction you want to take it, but just tell us a little bit of some of those hopes and dreams over the next few years and what you'd love to see happen.
Oh yeah, we just want to create that model, that K through 12 model, that program that just re-envisions what school should look like. And that's the beautiful thing for a charter, that we get that opportunity to do so. So from our, interdisciplinary learning in elementary and middle school to blended high school and college program right here in high school. So our scholars are going to be able to have college credits before they even graduate from here. So just imagine that you're coming up with your high school graduation and more than likely an associate's degree too, all at the same time. And so we're providing those opportunities for our scholars to not only learn content, but to learn and experience the tremendous opportunities our community has. Not only that, it's just that our scholars will have built-in experiences, like we'll have a student-run coffee shop right here, which is going to be exciting. We're going to have a credit union. They'll learn about careers beginning in middle school, leading to internships and apprenticeships right here at the high school level. And all of this will be done surrounded with the support and the mentorship of our One City community, which involves our teachers, our families, and our volunteers right here in Madison and greater Dane County.
That's awesome. I love it. I love your excitement. I feel like as I listen to you, I feel like I'm getting excited.
Yes, it's exciting to be here. Yes, to see all this happen. We're changing the trajectory, and that's what you want. That's what our kids, and we want to change the lives of our students and families right here.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Well, and one of as I kind of did the intro with the Monona Art Group or whoever's watching this, I think a question we're often asking ourselves is, especially for those of us who are residents of Monona, like how do we be good neighbors to others in our community? And I think specifically for us in this conversation, like how might we be good neighbors to One City? How might we support the staff, the students, the families? Maybe just give us a few. I'm sure you have like 100 ideas, but maybe offer just a few tangible responses that would really be truly a support to your work and your vision and mission.
I thank you for that. Volunteering is something as small as that, but makes huge impacts. As you may be well aware of right now, our educators really need all the love and energy because it makes for because we are a longer school day and a longer school year. In order for us to achieve what we want to achieve, that's how it is right now. And it's been, tough years in education right now. And so we love our teachers. They are the best. And anything that we can do, anything that you can do, the community can do to support goes such a long way. And just having adult mentors in the classroom, because once you see, then you can believe. And for our students, in order for them to believe it, they got to be able to see it here. And so when we begin our preparatory academy next year, we will be eager to start partnerships with your area businesses right here for career presentations, job shadowing, as I was mentioned earlier about apprenticeships or internships. It all starts right here. And so we're looking at the community because it is a partner, and only way that one city is, just like the name, we're all part of this, and it takes a village, and we want that village right here in Monona. So thank you.
No, thank you. And let me just get really practical, because I think sometimes, from on a volunteerism level, you get excited and then you're like, you can be daunted by just the process. So what would be the first step people would take? Do they email you? Do they just come to the school? Like, yeah, I I don't want to fill your inbox, but like, what's the best first step to explore kind of what is a good fit for an individual?
Right now, we have a wonderful volunteers, and we have a volunteer coordinator who volunteers her time to volunteer all the coordination of the volunteers here at one city. So if you get in contact with me, I get in contact with our volunteer coordinator who keeps tabs of all, and anytime we have projects, anytime we have any needs, she rallies up the troops of the volunteers who are already on the list, and they've just been wonderful, even throughout the pandemic, and different ways that they're helping in the background, and a lot of Zoom calls, a lot of Zoom tutoring and reading and helping making copies. The whole gamut goes right there. So if you contact me, I immediately get you in contact with an awesome volunteer coordinator who volunteers her time to volunteer all the activities that we need done as volunteers. So that's the great way to do it.
I also want to just give you, I think, a world record for the number of times you use the word volunteer in one couple paragraphs. So that was fantastic. If there was one,
I mentioned that's what you need, just one volunteer.
if there's one takeaway, I think I heard volunteer.
Yes.
Let me zoom out with that question for a minute and ask maybe more on the city level. So whether there's city resources, whether that's businesses, or maybe it's like the library or Parks and Rec or things like that.
Right.
Are there things that you imagine that would be a good way to partner or advocate for partnership on a city to school level?
I love the idea of the library, for one, just being able to have our children, having our scholars know what programs are out here in Monona. A lot of it's new to us here. The parks recreation, the opportunity to know where the parks are, to know where the skating park, where the bowling, just being able to have our scholars being exposed. That's a huge thing right there. Be able to have a directory of businesses that are here to say, you know what, let me reach out to them, and we bring them in. Because we have a longer school day and a school year, we incorporate academies, and academies are extended learning opportunities outside of the classroom. So if we have an opportunity to learn to play golf, let's use that for an example, and that's one of the businesses here, then we'll do 6 to 8 weeks with our scholars, and they come here as far as learning how to golf, or come out there. We'll take a bus to go out there, and just being able to learn, to be exposed, and you just never know where that will lead to. And because we will go into the high school and being able to see what else this city offers, this is where the partnerships begin, so that they will learn, hey, this particular business is having opportunities for our families to come. This business has allowed my child to play soccer. My daughter is enjoying soccer. Then next thing you know, soccer leagues form. And before you know it, volunteering at concession stands at the soccer league. All that just goes hand in hand, and it starts here. So why wait until the children are older? Our scholars can start learning now. And so with these academies, it's just giving them opportunities to see what the city has provided, because there's a lot of opportunities here. We may not know it. Some of our scholars may not know it, but once it gets through it, then you realize a lifelong process, a lifelong loving of the different opportunities we have here.
Mm.
So why not take advantage?
No, that's really good. Thank you. Let me wrap up our time with one final question and kind of bring it back to the mission and vision. Because I think sometimes that just gets to the heart, the why.
Mhm,
So
mhm, mhm,
let me, this is going to be
mhm.
maybe a little repetitive of an earlier question, but I'd
It's
love
okay.
for you just to end with, um, give us why one city? Like, why does your work matter? Why is it
Oh,
important? And just kind of remind us as we finish this time,
yes.
what difference
Yes.
you're working to make.
I appreciate that. Again, our mission is to seed a new model of public education that ensures that our young children are on track to succeed in a college or career preparatory program from birth all the way through high school graduation. And so our vision is really broken down into two ideas, okay? One, we're trying to break that long-standing achievement and opportunity gaps that have symbolically undermined the goals, the aspirations, and the potential of generations of children of color, under-resourced children here in Wisconsin and across the United States. And also we're trying to, again, create a new system of public education that effectively prepares all children from birth through higher education to tackle today's challenges, solve tomorrow's greatest problems, and lead successfully happy and enriching lives as adults and parents
Hmm.
in this rapidly growing global competitive economy. That's what we're here for, and we're making that change. And for me, as far as registrar and enrollment, once we enroll the student, we enroll the whole family. And because we enroll the whole family, no one gets left behind in this city called One City.
I love that. I love that. Thank you. And actually, one of the things I love about that is within our group, one of our kind of driving hopes and dreams for Monona, the Monona area, is that all people would flourish. And so I just heard so much of that articulated in what you just said as well. So I love where that brings our worlds together. Marilyn,
Yes.
thank you so much for your time, for sharing with us. From your passion and your work and taking time out of your schedule. Holy cow. I'm sure you've got like 42 phone calls just while we were talking. So thank you. And we'll leave a link for the volunteer coordinator on this video. Is there any final word you'd have for us as we wrap here?
Just want to let families know that we're here, And as a charter school, we can enroll any family. As long as you have a Wisconsin address, you can enroll here at One City, as long as we have space, of course, seats available. So we are open. We are open to enroll. And we'll start our next school year's enrollment process on March 1st, 2022. Then we will start enrolling 4K all the way up to 10th grade, 4K all the way up to 10th grade, starting March 1st, 2022.
Fantastic. Well, Marilyn, again, thank you for your time. And I look forward to finding ways for to support you and continue to have our worlds connect with one another. So
Thank you so much for the opportunity.
I know.
Bye.